Number 10, The Book of Life. In the Mexican town of San Angel, Manolo, Maria, and Joaquin have been friends ever since childhood, although their lives have taken different paths. Maria was sent to Europe, Joaquin joined the military, and Manolo studied to become a bullfighter. One thing remains the same though, Manolo and Joaquin both want to marry Maria. Little does the trio know that battling husband and wife deities have made a high-stakes wager on the love triangle's outcome. Starring Diego Luna, Zoe Saldana, Channing Tatum, and directed by Jorge R. Gutierrez. Number 9, The Mask of Zorro. After being in prison for 20 years, Zorro, Don Diego de la Vega, receives word that his old enemy, Don Rafael Montero, has returned. Don Diego escapes and returns to his old headquarters, where he trains aimless drunk Alejandro Murrieta to be his successor. Meanwhile, Montero, who has secretly raised Diego's daughter Elena as his own, hatches a plot to rob California of its gold. Starring Antonio Banderas, Anthony Hopkins, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and directed by Martin Campbell. Number 8, Real Women Have Curves. Curves on a blossoming young woman can be sexy, but not if you are told that you have too many of them. Real Women Have Curves is a humorous and warm-hearted look at a Mexican-American teenage girl coming of age in a boiling cauldron of cultural expectations, class constrictions, family duty, and her personal aspirations. Starring America Ferrera, Lupe Ontiveros, Ingrid Olu, and directed by Patricia Cardoso. Number 7, Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Having spent most of her life exploring the jungle, nothing could prepare Dora for her most dangerous adventure yet, high school. Accompanied by a ragtag group of teens and Boots the monkey, Dora embarks on a quest to save her parents while trying to solve the seemingly impossible mystery behind a lost Incan civilization. Starring Isabella Merced, Eugenio Derbez, Michael Pena, and directed by James Bobin. Number 6, Puss in Boots. Long time before meeting Shrek, Puss in Boots, just named a hero for saving a woman from a charging bull, is run out of town on suspicion of bank robbery, even though the real villain is Puss's friend, Humpty Dumpty. Though there is still animosity between them, Puss and Humpty reunite to steal a goose that lays golden eggs. Joining them for the adventure of 9 lifetimes is notorious cat burglar, Kitty Softpaws. Starring Antonio Banderas, Selma Hayek, Zach Galifianakis, and directed by Chris Miller. Number 5, Spy Kids. 2 young kids become spies in an attempt to save their parents, who are ex-spies, from an evil mastermind. Armed with a bag of high-tech gadgets and out-of-this-world transportation, Carmen and Junie will bravely jet through the air, dive under the seas, and crisscross the globe in a series of thrilling adventures on a mission to save their parents and maybe even the world. Starring Antonio Banderas, Carlo Gugino, Alexa Penavega, Daryl Sabara, and directed by Robert Rodriguez. Number 4, West Side Story. A musical in which a modern-day Romeo and Juliet are involved in New York street gangs. On the harsh streets of the Upper West Side, 2 gangs battle for control of the turf. The situation becomes complicated when a gang member falls in love with a rival's sister. Starring Natalie Wood, Richard Beimer, Rita Moreno, and directed by Jerome Robbins and Robert Wise. Number 3, In the Heights. The creator of Hamilton and the director of Crazy Rich Asians invite you to the event of the summer, where the streets are made of music and little dreams become big. In the Heights. Lights up on Washington Heights, the scent of a cafecito caliente hangs in the air just outside of the 181st Street subway stop, where a kaleidoscope of dreams rallies this vibrant and tight-knit community. At the intersection of it all is the likable, magnetic bodega owner, Usnavi, who saves every penny from his daily grind as he hopes, imagines, and sings about a better life. In the Heights fuses Lin-Manuel Miranda's kinetic music and lyrics with director John M. Chu's lively and authentic eye for storytelling to capture a world very much of its place but universal in its experience. Starring Anthony Ramos, Melissa Barrera, Leslie Grace, and directed by John M. Chu. Number 2, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Bitten by a radioactive spider in the subway, Brooklyn teenager Miles Morales suddenly develops mysterious powers that transform him into the one and only Spider-Man. When he meets Peter Parker, he soon realizes that there are many others who share his special high-flying talents. Miles must now use his newfound skills to battle the evil Kingpin, a hulking madman who can open portals to other universes and pull different versions of Spider-Man into our world. Starring Shamik Moore, Jake Johnson, Haley Steinfeld, and directed by Bob Percy-Shetty, Peter Ramsey, and Rodney Rothman. And finally, number 1, Coco. Despite his family's generations-old ban on music, young Miguel dreams of becoming an accomplished musician like his idol Ernesto de la Cruz. Desperate to prove his talent, Miguel finds himself in the stunning and colorful land of the dead. After meeting a charming trickster named Hector, the two new friends embark on an extraordinary journey to unlock the real story behind Miguel's family history. Starring Anthony Gonzalez, Gael Garcia Bernal, Benjamin Bratt, and directed by Lee Unkrich. Well, amigos, that about does it for us. Be sure to stay tuned to the Rotten Tomatoes channel for more of the entertainment content you love. Until next time, I am your host, Naz Perez, and we'll see you back here for more Top 10s on the Rotten Tomatoes Countdown.